Yo ho ho, Play-N-HOOKIE fam. Today we got blue crabs. I'm gonna show you how I clean and cook blue crabs and see which way the best way is to pick blue crabs. But I forgot to show this a minute ago. Well, we got our blue crabs in here. I added just a little bit of ice and water to make a slurry. That way the crabs are surrounded by all edges, and that way they'll kind of go to sleep. That way I do clean my crabs, so I'm gonna take this and pop the top off. Right here, but it's kind of hard to do when they're pinching you, so we'll slow them down. That way they won't pinch all over you. They might not take a finger off, but it sure don't feel good. So when we get back to the cleaning process, I'll pick y'all guys back up. So what's going on, guys? Blue crabs. So this is the cleaning process. Y'all come in here, I'm gonna show y'all the difference between male and a female. The males have a long little pointy thing, of course you can tell. Females, they have a little bit broader apron. This is where they hold their eggs, and they also paint their fingernails, as women usually do. So the first thing we do is to clean them. We're gonna come in here, put your thumb, this is the swimmer fin. And blue crabs are the only crab that actually swim. And blue crab also refers to beautiful swimmer. So you just put your thumb here, take this point, and you just pop it off. Then you get all of this off. This is their little face, mandibles. We're going to get that out. All of the dead man fingers. We're going to get all of this off. Just clean it off real good. I'm going to flip it over. You can take one of these legs here, grab the apron, flip it, and just pull it off. Toss it to the side. So it's basically clean. We're going to take a water hose, clean all of this out. People call this the mustard they eat in Maryland. I don't really care for it, so I go ahead and clean mine. Show you another one. You just grab it by the swimmer fin, right here at the point, and you just pull it off. Once again, grab the face, tear it off, get your dead man fingers. This is also the gills where they filtrate things. Flip it over. Like I said, this is the male. Rip this little part off, and we'll spray this out with water hose. Another thing is, like this one, you can tell how it's real rusty colored. Crab has an exoskeleton, so their skeleton is on the outside. So when they fill up with meat, they'll shed this shell, and that's how you get a soft shell crab. So this one's real full, and some of them you can tell is not as rusty as these. So this is the ones you're looking for. The most dark, rusty ones, that's the crabs you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean the rest. Y'all stand by. We'll catch y'all in the kitchen when we go to clean these things. All right, so we added a little bit of Old Bay, about 2 teaspoons, and some white distilled vinegar, same thing, about 2 teaspoons. And like I said, I don't steam my crabs. I like to boil them. I think it gets more flavor inside the meat. So you just take your blue crabs and you just drop them in. So we're gonna dump all our blue crabs in. Some of them will kind of be steamed at the top. The rest will be boiled. About halfway through, we're gonna cook them for 10 minutes after they come back to a rolling boil. Then we'll kind of rotate them and get the ones up top and the bottom to get that seasoning on them. So, but all we're gonna do at this point is just cover them with a lid. And then, so after you cover them, we're gonna cook them for 10 minutes after they come to a rolling boil. Then we'll take them out. When we take them out, we'll get to picking, and I'll show y'all how my way of doing it. I'm not saying it's the right way, but it's my way. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll get to the picking process here directly. Like I said, 10 minutes after it comes back to a rolling bowl. So it might take 2 or 3 minutes, since these are still was on ice kind of still cold, because you don't want to let crabs come to room temperature. And then we'll get back to it. Y'all stay tuned. So what's going on, guys? We're back. We got our cooked blue crabs here. So we got them clean, cooked. Now we're about to pick. As you can see, that's why I sprayed out with the water hose. They don't have nothing in there. It's pretty much clean, and everything here is edible, or for me at least anyway. First things, I just recommend doing this outside so you don't pop shells everywhere. It is pretty messy, but it's about 27 degrees outside, so I'm doing it in here for demonstration purposes. But first thing you want to do is, you don't want to crack the crab towards you, and like I said, it throws meat. So pop it away in the middle, just break it, and then you got 2 halves. You start on one half. This is a swimmer fin. I kind of pinch it and it kind of just snaps away. And you go ahead and get a big chunk of meat. You pull this little skin stuff away from it, that way you don't get none. But whenever you go in the store and buy lump crab meat, that's your desired piece. That's what you're paying for, is this. Not so the claw or the rest of the cluster, it's that piece of meat there, and you can just bite it off the bone. The legs, you can pull them off. If you get a little meat, that's good. You can go ahead and dip it in butter if you like and eat it. So I pull all the legs off. Like I said, you might get lucky and get a little bit. You might not. That one got a little lucky. The rest of them, each one of these little chambers in here, as you can see, each one of these little chambers has meat in it. So if you get a little lucky and get some of the leg, that little chamber might not have any. You can see that hole's kind of hollow there. But just break the shell away and kind of grab where the leg was, and you can rip that little chamber out and you get more meat. And you do that through the rest of the cluster. Moving on to the claw part. These right here, and they're very sharp, but I just bite them. You could take a butter knife and kind of crack it, but I just bite it. And then just pop it loose and peel the shell away. It's not much to it. Shell breaks kind of like a, I don't know, I guess say a thin glass, I would say. But then you just wiggle your meat out and get your meat. The claw part right here, you need to take this little knuckle off, otherwise the meat don't want to come out of the shell properly here. So I just take it and pop it off. Take this little opening piece, the little claw, and pop it out. When you pop it out, you get this little tendon piece. Sometimes it stays in there, but once again, I just bite it kind of in this area. Just give it a crack, and then all your meat comes out. Always when I start picking blue crabs, I save one of these. That's your friend. That's for little pieces that you can't get out with your fingers. You can get in there and get it on your holes and get all your meat out. But so I save one of these. This right here, you can continue cracking, or you can just bite this out whole. But like I said, you can just dip that in butter and eat it. And you do the same thing for this process. Like I said, each one of these chambers has meat in it. You do the same thing for males, females. You do the whole cleaning, the whole cooking, and the whole picking process is the same for a male or female. And it usually works the same way for either Dungeness crabs or stone crabs. But around here, stone crabs and everywhere else that I know of, you can only keep one claw. But needless to say, that's my way. I'm not saying it's the right way, it's my way. So that's how I clean them, how I cook them, and how I pick blue crabs. You can catch them all the way up into the winter time. Usually when the water gets under, I say about 45 degrees, they kind of go dormant and they're a little bit harder to catch. So it's usually late spring, summer, into late fall and early winter that you can still catch them. But I forgot to put in early at the beginning of the video, when I put the vinegar in the water, I didn't explain why. To me, and it's my theory, and I tried it without it, and I can tell a little difference. But it makes the meat a little sweeter, and also it makes the meat come out the shell easier. It don't stick. I mean, the meat just comes out. It doesn't stay in there. If you ever try to pick some crabs and the meat stays in, I found out if you add the white distilled vinegar just a little bit, and I mean a little bit goes for a big pot, it kind of makes that come. But that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate everybody liking and subscribing to my first video that I put out. Like I said, I got a bunch of fishing and hunting stuff coming. Fishing's been a little slow right now. We had a bunch of rain and the water's just chocolate milk. So, but anyway, y'all stay tuned. We'll get something out here soon fishing wise. Y'all take care. God bless, and we gone.